Real estate agents are running out of money. Well, that's no surprise. Not brand new real estate agents. I'm talking about agents who are closing deals, making six figures, driving nice cars, and looking successful online. If you guys want to wonder why, their pipeline dried up. Their savings have disappeared. And some of them are getting quietly second jobs while continuing to post like everything is perfectly fine. But here's the truth. The housing market didn't suddenly just create this problem. It exposed it. I mean, most agents never built a real business anyway. They built a temporary commission stream that only worked when houses were selling. They were selling quickly. And money was easy, and finding customers was easy. Now that the market requires more skill, more follow-up, more discipline, the entire thing is falling apart. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why agents are going broke, financial mistakes that they're making that nobody's discussing, and the 5 things I would do immediately if my real estate income suddenly dropped. If you want honest real estate business advice without somebody pretending everything is okay, and you want me to be honest with you, subscribe to this channel. And comment your market below because I want to know whether you're seeing the same thing where you guys live. Let's start with the actual numbers. According to the NAR, National Association of Realtors, 2025 member profile, the typical realtor completed 10 transaction sides and generated $58,000 of gross income in 2024. That is gross income, that is not profits. Typical agent had more than $8,000 in annual expenses before accounting for taxes and normal living expenses, okay? For agents with 2 years or less of experience, the median gross income was only $8,000. Think about that. How can you live on $700 a month? People are entering this industry believing that you are going to make unlimited money, and the typical newer agent isn't even grossing $10,000. But the brokerage still collects its fees. The MLS still collects its fees. The CRM gets paid. The photographer gets paid. Zillow gets paid. You're filling up your gas. BP's getting paid. The marketing company's getting paid. Everybody is getting paid besides the frickin' real estate agent. That is the first thing nobody explains when you get your license. You are starting a business with unpredictable revenue and extremely predictable expenses. Okay, so let's talk about why agents are actually going broke. The market is obviously a factor. There have been things that have changed. Affordability is difficult, right? People who locked in lower rates are reluctant to sell. Transactions are taking longer. Buyers are hesitant more now than ever. Sellers still want yesterday's prices, but the market isn't the entire explanation. There have been always different markets, dude. There's always a problem in the market. The real problem is most agents built their financial lives around their best months in 2021, right? When the interest rates were free. They have 1 month where they close 3 deals, they make 30 grand, and immediately they start living like every month will be 30 grand after that. New car, vacation, more expensive apartment, more softwares, new clothes, you name it. Maybe they even hired an assistant that they don't actually need. Then they have 2 months without a closing and suddenly the world's ending. A financial emergency takes place. Commission income creates an illusion of wealth because the checks can be large, but the checks are inconsistent. A $30,000 commission check is not the same as having a business that predictably produces $30,000 a month. And until an agent or the agents understand this distinction, they're going to continue making emotional financial decisions every time they get paid. The first reason agents are running out of money is that they have no visibility into their pipeline. Ask the average agent how much money they are likely to make over the next 90 days, and they have no idea. They can tell you how many followers they have. That's good. Right? They can tell me how many people attended their open house over the weekend. It was less than 5. They can tell you that they have a few people thinking about moving, but they can't tell you how they even got to those few people. They cannot tell you how many activities they've done to get there. They can't tell you how many appointments they booked. They can't tell you how they even got the appointments that they got. They can't even tell you how many listing agreements that they signed or that they were most likely to sign, how long it takes to transaction to close, how many conversations they needed to get that one listing. That is the farthest thing from a business. That is hope. That's gambling. I don't know what that is. You need to know your numbers. Every business in the world knows its numbers. It takes 100 conversations to produce 5 appointments to produce 1 client. You work backwards from there. You can calculate the activity required to hit your actual income target. Right? I mean, it may not be perfect, but at least you have something you can control. Most agents only start prospecting after they realize they're broke. Then they prospect desperately for 2 weeks. They get distracted by a new lead source, change strategies, and then start the entire process all over again. Or worse, don't make it past. Okay? The second problem is dependency, right? Some agents rely entirely on referrals. Some agents rely solely on Zillow, solely on Instagram, solely on cold calling. And some are completely dependent on their brokerage handing them opportunities. The mistake is building your whole market around that one thing. Referrals are profitable, they're not predictable. Paid leads are scalable, but they're expensive if you don't know how to run them, and your conversion can suck if you don't know how to close. Content can compound, but it takes time. Cold calling creates immediate conversations, but the income stops if you stop prospecting. You need at least 2 reliable ways of generating opportunities. One active channel of outbound and another one for inbound. Your active channel could be calling homeowners, reactivating old leads, holding open houses, building referral partnerships. Your compounding channel could be content advertising, emailing, YouTube, constant database nurturing. The active channel helps you create business now. The compounding channel makes the business easier over time and more predictable over time. The third problem here is follow-up. I mean, most agents believe they need more leads. They don't. They just need to follow up and close and convert the ones that they currently have in front of them. Agents will spend thousands of dollars generating leads. Then they call one person once or twice. When the lead doesn't immediately schedule an appointment, they decide the lead is dead. Maybe they're just busy or at an appointment. Maybe they have a life. But somebody who decided to download a home valuation or click the property advertisement is not necessarily ready to transact today. They may be ready in 3 months, 6 months. Maybe waiting for the job change or their kids to finish school. They may have to wait for another property to sell. They may not trust you yet, right? I mean, let's be real. That doesn't make them a bad lead. That makes them unconverted. It makes them an opportunity in the future. Your job is to stay relevant until their motivation and timing finally align. That requires a real CRM, consistent calls, text messages, useful emails, content, and a defined next action for a legitimate opportunity. Not randomly checking in by saying, are you ready to buy or sell yet? I mean, by the way, if this is where your business is breaking, generating no leads, there's no follow-up, there's inconsistent everything from top to bottom. We put together a free training, explain the client acquisition system we're currently using. If you guys want to come check it out, it covers how the leads are getting generated, how AI is nurturing them, and how we actually convert these conversations into real appointments. So the link is in the description. Come check it out, and would love to see you at one of our next live workshops, okay? The fourth problem is that agents are confused. Marketing activities with their producing activities. Which one is making the money? Posting feels productive. Working on your logo feels productive. Your website, your CRM, making it all colorful and making new tabs. Watching another training feels productive. Going to the office might even feel productive. It's the worst thing you could do. But none of those actually convert. None of those are actually making you clients or giving you opportunities to get clients. The sales skills matter more when the market becomes difficult. When buyers are nervous, you need to be able to create certainty. When sellers have unrealistic expectations, you need to be able to tell them the truth without losing the relationship. When a prospect says they need to think about it, you need to understand where they're actually coming from and what they're concerned about. It's not an objection. That means there's something else underneath. More leads will not rescue a salesperson who cannot ask good questions, communicate, give value, or handle objections or follow up. AI won't rescue them either. Technology can't make you faster. It can make you faster, but it cannot make somebody trust you faster. That part still requires a human component. So what would I do if I was an agent and watching my money disappear? First, I would calculate my personal and business burn rate. I would not estimate it. I would understand how much I cost every single month on the business side and on the personal side, okay? I would open every account, figure exactly how much it costs me to survive every single month. Then I would cut every expense that does not directly create opportunities or improve conversations or conversion or help me deliver a better service. The office I never used to, gone. The 5 different software platforms that I log into once a month, gone. Lead sources I haven't converted in 6 months, paused. This isn't permanent. It is a financial triage. You cannot build intelligently when you're bleeding money and panicking every month. Second, I would go through every lead, client, prospect, open house attendee, an old conversation I've had in the last 3 years. I would separate them into 3 different buckets. Who would transact in the next 90 days? Who could transact within the next year? Past clients, referrals, and then people who should be removed immediately, you remove them, which would be far few in between. I could follow up until people die. But then I would personally contact every viable opportunity, not a generic mass text, individually, personally, with an actual reason to talk to them. A market update, something of value, something relevant to their property, a new listing matching something that they wanted, a change in their neighborhood, a development coming to their market, a new hotel coming, I don't know, something that could get them excited. The fastest money in most agents' businesses is really just sitting actually on their phone in their CRM right now. The third thing I would do, I would choose one primary prospecting method and commit to it for 90 days. Not 3 days, not a week, not until I feel comfortable, not until I felt ready. 90 days starting now, today, right this second. Every weekday would include a non-negotiable block for new conversations and follow-up. On the weekends, too. If you're broke, you don't deserve to take the weekend off. Fourth, I would build a simple content system around the questions my prospects have or the concerns they have. What is actually happening with prices? What's going on in the market? What new developers coming into town? Should I sell now? Should I wait? What mistakes are buyers making? Why isn't this property selling in this area? Why are so many properties sitting in this specific neighborhood? What is actually happening to the inventory? I would answer those questions publicly and consistently. The goal would not to be famous. The goal would be to become recognizable for providing value and becoming a credible source for the people that want to transact in the neighborhood. That would track every single thing over the next few weeks. New conversations, follow-up conversations, and conversions, appointments booked, appointments held, clients signed, and if those numbers aren't moving, revenue will not magically appear later, by the way, okay? So once money starts coming in again, do not repeat the same mistake. Do not immediately raise your lifestyle. Do not immediately start spending more money. Separate your business expenses, put money aside for taxes, Pay yourself a consistent amount, build a cash pile and reserve, reinvest into lead generation only after you prove you can convert those leads, and stop spending money to look like a successful agent with the used BMW and a Ferragamo belt when you're broke. These agents are driving $150,000 cars who cannot survive 3 months without a closing. That's not rich. There are also agents driving normal cars, quietly building databases and money and investing in their commissions and actually building real wealth. One looks rich, one is actually becoming rich. Very distinct difference. I mean, to conclude, guys, real estate's not dead, but the era where an average agent can casually go make great money because the market carried them to victory is over. The agents leaving the business will blame interest rates, commissions, technology, Zillow, AI, the NAR, and everything else. Accountability is the hardest thing. Some of those things do matter, by the way, but the agents who survive will take responsibility and accountability, and they'll take control of their action, their expenses, their prospecting, their follow-up, their sales ability, their daily habits and activities, and the systems they use to operate the business. This market is going to remove a lot of agents. I'm just going to tell you right now. That also means the agents who remain disciplined, skilled, and visible are going to inherit more of the market share. The question is whether you are building the type of business that, survives the shakeout, or whether you are just trying to make your next commission check. Two different things. If you guys are done gambling with your pipeline and you want our team to help you build a complete client acquisition system, start to finish, click the link in the description below. Apply to work with us, come to a free live workshop, whatever you guys want, but I will show you exactly how we are using AI, how we are calling, the systems we're using, how to handle objections, how you can learn sales, everything you need to survive. Okay, and if that sounds interesting at all, like, I don't know, building your business and surviving, and you want to learn from somebody who's made millions of dollars in real estate from cold calling and from Michigan to Florida, who's conquered 2 different markets, who's beat every single statistic, then yes, I would love to hear from you and I would love to see you. If you got any other value at all and you like this video and you want to share it with a friend, or you want to just come along for the ride and keep watching more, please, I appreciate you guys. Would love to hear what you guys want to see next on an upcoming video, so let me know, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.